Smell like beef jerky, and I haven't eaten beef jerky. What is
Welcome.
your name, Peter Calloway?
What if I just did ASMR videos from here? These are my cheeks clipping.
Pull list. We all got them.
We're gonna go over what our current poll lists are and kind of talk about the story a little bit. If you like what we're spitting out, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Please leave a comment down below. If you don't leave a comment, Andrew hits me.
So imagine it's Wednesday, which it actually is Wednesday.
Oh, wow. For
You're
us,
like-
not you.
What has just come out that you are most excited about?
Radiant Black.
Give me a quick synopsis of Radiant Black.
Radiant Black is about a guy down on his luck. He's trying to write a book. He's been lying to his family, saying it's almost coming out. I don't think he's started it yet.
He's super in debt.
And I'm drinking Topo Chico, today's sponsor.
I hate you so much.
That's fresh.
Well, okay, so it's just about a broke dude. That's my life.
So, yeah, he's a down on his luck dude. He has to move back in with his family.
Mm-hmm.
He's going out with one of his childhood friends. And this is going to sound so dumb, me telling you this, but he finds an orb that
like a black
transforms him into Radiant Black. And it's just...
Has he named himself yet?
Sorry.
I don't know the answer to that question.
So he gets super, that's his like origin story. But anyways, he finds the orb. It has this suit thing that he's wearing, and I am bad at explaining stories. Trust me, this is my favorite book. Like, this is so good. Like, I know Andrew says he likes it. I don't think he likes it as much as I do, but again, it gives me Invincible vibes. Love it.
I do enjoy it. I do. It would probably be in my top 5 of like pull
Excellent.
list.
So what would be your next pick?
My number one that I'm looking forward to, and I know like its cycle of when it's coming on, has to be James Tynion's run of Batman. It's fantastic. Trust me, there's a ton more James Tynion in this list. I think he's one of my favorite writers. He makes a compelling story. It is a story, it's a Batman story, but it's kind of all interconnected, and it's his great take on things.
Can I get your best I'm Batman?
I'm Batman. That's it.
I'm Batman.
The art in it is absolutely fantastic. Story's compelling. I am very excited every week when this comes out.
The Department of Truth. Incredible.
Who's it by? James Tynion.
James Tynion. So the Department of Truth, if you haven't read it, you definitely need to pick it up. The way it works is any conspiracy becomes real if enough people believe in it. So there is a department that goes and gets rid of any bad conspiracies that they don't want to happen. But just the way they set up each conspiracy that they go after, like the moon landing being fake. And then you've also got
Flat
like
Earthers.
flat earthers, and then maybe the Department of Truth isn't even the good guys. They throw that little wrench in there.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say this on your list, but this is probably tied for number 1 for most excited I am about a comic. It took me a while to get into it. I hated the art. I hated the initial art. And the story finally won me over. The art wasn't such a big deal. I have taken this trade paperback and literally given it to friends to be like, no, you just read this. Like, trust me, it will melt your mind. This is the only comic on our list that, like, I will be driving in the car and thinking about. Like, most of the time I read a comic, I'm like, that was entertaining, and set it away.
I mean, it's a really good idea.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, so what is your next pick?
It would be the new series of Swamp Thing by Ram V.
Is it really good? You talk about this a lot. And I don't know. I don't know why Swamp Thing doesn't speak to me. And it's not because I haven't read the comics. Like, I remember the old Alan Moore ones, and I really liked those. But for whatever reason, the new ones, I think maybe that ruined it for me.
Maybe. And it's hard to be like, oh my God, like, so-and-so's run of this was so good. How could it ever top that? And I'm just going to be disappointed.
And I'm just now realizing I hate people that think the way that I just thought.
You're the comic hipster.
Yeah.
No, Ram V, he started with Future State, which I hit or miss. Like, I really liked the Swamp Thing. And I was like, okay, I really liked what he did in 2 issues. He like really fleshes out books and characters and stuff that doesn't feel contrite. It doesn't feel bogged down. He makes it's a good flowing. Art's phenomenal. Like DC is knocking it out of the park in their art, like their artists just nailing it.
A lot of words that you used. That was good. That was good.
No, it's definitely, it's only on 2 issues right now, so it's not a lot to get into. It's one you can get in, like, jump into, know nothing about the character, and just kind of feel it out and figure out what's going on. It's fantastic. Is
Swamp Thing a good guy or a bad guy?
I'm going with good guy.
The next book that I really enjoy is Maniac of New York. This is one that I did not think I was going to like at all. I think you tried to get me to read it the first issue, and I didn't. I think I picked it up, though.
I think you did pick it up.
But this is like, it's weird. It's like horror. It's like set in New York. There's this mindless killer that gets on the loose.
It's like Friday the 13th went to Manhattan, and he just never left.
And they can't get rid of him.
No.
And he just becomes like a part of the society and just will randomly show up and kill everybody.
I like the part that like people are like, that's all hocus pocus. He's long gone by now. And like, it's a cool commentary on like tragedy happening in people's lives, and you're expected to move on from it, but it's still there and it still rears its ugly head.
I am so excited to find out like what the dude's backstory is, like how he just makes that noise all the time, and I want to know like where he came from. Is he an actual person? Is he I don't know, like so many questions that I need to have answered, and I can't wait for the next one.
And I also really like the main characters. They're actual human beings. It's not just fetish porn of watching Harry go around murdering people.
See, this is where we differ.
Oh my God.
I think they're kind of dumb.
No, I like the main chick, the tough chick. I'm not. Have you read the recent one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they fleshed her out more. I mean, for just a slasher flick, basically, there's some character building. And once again, art, phenomenal. That watercolor look to it, I think it looks awesome.
It was fun. In the last episode, I'm not going to spoil anything, but they're trapped on a train with them. And the whole time I was like, I was on the edge of my seat, just waiting. I wanted to find out what happened.
Where are you? Where are you?
I wish I had so many of those issues. Like, I wish I was behind on it, where they had like 30 issues and I could just power through them.
I bet you that is probably the ideal way to read it.
Gotta wait a whole another month.
I know. It's a bummer.
So what about you? What's your next one?
Give me
And now a word from our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Use our code to get an extra legend or an extra god character and coins.
Best fiends. It's like Friends without the R.
Is that one?
Yeah, that's.
I don't think they advertised that one to me.
My next pick would have to be Shadow Doctor. It is a little different than the rest of our books that are on our list. It is a biography piece about it's the writer's. Oh my God.
Is it boring?
No.
It sounds like it's new.
Well, because I haven't hit the cool part yet.
I thought, okay.
So basically, the writer is the grandson of the main character, and it is in the 1930s in Chicago. A black man can't get a loan to open up his own private practice. He is a doctor, so he starts working with Al Capone as their personal doctor.
Okay,
and it's like, yeah, it's super cool. Like it's a interesting take, and you see these big outlandish characters, and it's all in I believe it's like pretty much all real, and like there is zero chance they will not make this into a movie. Like this is going to happen, or a Netflix show or something. It's really cool, really compelling, and it is definitely a book. I'm like, fuck yeah, it's out.
Okay. The next book I want to talk about is, I think we both really like this one. This is Something is Killing the Children. Most of you probably have already read this, so you know exactly what we're talking about.
Yes.
Because something is killing the children.
Absolutely awesome.
It's just fun.
It is. And it's our three James Tynion books. You said that other guy was your favorite, but you just noticed 3 different titles.
I'm not, like, honestly, probably Robert Kirkman used to be the number one for me.
Robert Kirkman's real talky.
So I will say, like, most of his books, like Invincible, The Walking Dead, always were like, I think the first comic books where I was like glued to.
Uh-huh.
In some of his newer series, like they all kind of peter out. So I think maybe he's lost his touch, but I'm interested to give Firepower a shot.
Oh, I was trying to think of what was his other book.
Oblivion Song, I bought also when that came out, and it was pretty decent, but I never finished it, so I don't know. I don't know, but I really enjoy Robert Kirkman, Jeff Lemire.
Now
I
James
guess
Tynion
James Tynion.
has weaseled his way into
Yeah.
that.
So, yeah, I mean, he did what, Department of Truth, you said?
Department of Truth,
Yeah,
the Batman run that I'm reading.
Well, I didn't name that one.
Just trust me. Just trust me.
Just trust me. Okay.
As I do like the Masonic temple.
The next topic is going to be politics, and what do you think of the...
They're out to get us. Wait, talk about something's killing the children.
I don't really know what to say.
Kind of summed up right there.
Yeah. With, yeah. The title pretty much says it all. Something's killing the children. Mm-hmm. And then this, like, whatchamacallit? Then this, like, vigilante girl comes in and starts handling the situation, and she gets arrested, and then she has powerful enough friends that the police get a call and she gets let go. But yeah, it's just fun.
It is fun. Like, interesting art style. I think it's closer to Maniac of New York, of kind of
Maniac does
washing. I think it does. There's certain parts that are really cool. I think the creature designs, the actual monsters are awesome. And then there's that cool part where, so adults can't see these monsters, but like kids can. And when that person gets ripped in half and they can't see the monster, oh my gosh, I was just like, oh shit. So my last choice is a book called Fear Case.
That's one I haven't heard of.
I know you haven't. So. I specifically chose ones that, well, because most of ours were going to be the same because they're extremely popular books. Mm. But Fear Case is a...
Is it about a fear case?
So, Fear Case is basically the Secret Service every year are put on a case. Now, Secret Service is a bureau that has been around longer than like the CIA, the FBI. They were put in it under an investigation case that there is this basically box that shows up randomly, and they will get the instructions to not look inside it. And
I'm looking in that box immediately.
Don't do it. It is bad news bears. So you have 3 days to either give it to somebody you hate, or it will show up to somebody you love. And if you look inside it, you'll just get murdered in the most horrific way.
Well, I would have to look in it.
You're like, fuck.
Like, did he even read the instructions? No, I didn't. I just heard, don't look in it. So I looked.
It is a interesting. It's interesting. It's different. It's like a.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is it interesting?
It is. Do I like it? Yes, I do. It's like a detective novel trying to figure out. It's like a detective trying to figure out the Ring. It's kind of what it is. I mean, I definitely have some Ring vibes of like 7 days and shit like that.
Okay, I have a question.
Go for it.
Do you have copies I can borrow?
Yes.
Okay, good. Excellent. That's all we got for today. For the next 3 minutes, I will be singing my own rendition of This Land Is My Land. This land is